trash to cash is part of a greener lifestyle, and today it's also become a conscious choice for some residents of Samal Island after locals decided to make bags out of plastic trash that's been washed ashore. Now, here to tell us more about this earth-friendly advocacy is Cebu-based entrepreneur, environmental activist, and JoeGreen founder Joseph Castillo. Hey, Joe.
Hi, good morning.
So, good morning. Ang ganda ng project mo na to. This is such a great project. I mean,
Thank you.
Let's start from the very beginning here. We have a shocking problem really with the plastic that washes up on shore, clogs our drains, causes floods and such,
Yes.
and so on and so forth. We all know that plastic is a great useful material, but its misuse has led to so many problems that we have. Now, you've set your energies towards solving that problem and at the same time helping poorer communities help themselves. Tell us about the project as a whole.
Well, this all began way back 2009, where I saw the effects of Undoy.
Yeah.
Where I kind of ended up doing something for the victims and handing on a lot of relief goods,
Right.
up way down to baras and all that. But everything was just the same, and the common denominator there was just plastic everywhere.
Right.
So it pushed me to really look for something that's somehow very simple. And somehow I ended up in Camiguin Island and had to look for an alternative livelihood for fisher folks. So I looked for the best material, which they wouldn't cost so much, and looked for the best technology that they can do at their house.
Okay.
You know, with a very basic and very simple principle that anybody can do. That ended up to this bag.
It ended up being this bag that we have right over here. Now, this is such a great end product you have here. I mean, I think people will be shocked to know that you're basically you've discovered a way to take plastic bags, the typical sando bags that really the bane of our existence, yung nakaka-clog ng mga drains natin, the thing that washes up on our beaches and so on and so forth. And you found a way to take that material and turn it into this very cool, very hip sort of a bag. But I mean, it's not really stuck to this one design. The program is really all about passing on the technology onto people who want to help themselves, and basically you're not just hitting two birds, you're hitting an entire flock of birds with one stone here. I mean, we're addressing the problem of plastic. We're addressing poverty. We're allowing people to help themselves, and all at the same time we're coming up with this really cool product. I mean, in a nutshell, you're taking, we don't want to give too much of your process away, I understand that, but it's essentially taking whatever plastic bags you find and processing it with a very simple system and turning it into a material which is so useful.
Yes.
So, like a model for this program would be where you are now.
In Davao.
In Davao.
Yeah.
How are people taking to it? How are they using the program to help themselves and to help clean up the surrounding areas?
Well,
Which
basically,
communities are you working with?
right now in Davao, I'm very much involved. After I first got there, I got involved with the Samal people from Samal Island. But now I'm very much involved with a lot of families in this area called the Boulevard area, where it's by the ocean also, but it's in the middle of the city. So basically, trash is everywhere.
Okay.
Because I see that in these areas, wherein poverty is very much evident, cleaning their surroundings or taking care of trash is their least of their problem.
Yeah.
Because the priority is to look for food. So basically, I came in there and saw the problem, and starting to teach people how to make their trash into a living and end up eating every day through the trash they have. So in terms of technology transfer and capacity building, the best teacher would be that they are learning and they are seeing that whatever they're doing is feeding themselves.
Yeah.
So that's the best way to encourage them to do this, since they can see that they can earn a living out of it.
So you'd say success in that front. I mean, based on a couple of experiences where you've worked with communities and you've seen really that they see that their actions actually result in positive things. I mean, they're living better. Their surroundings are cleaner. They're feeding themselves, and we're offering a product which is really good. I'm telling you, this is really going to catch on. This is a great product. You've decided to formalize this by putting together your brand, JoeGreen.
Yes, JoeGreen. Yes.
Tell us about JoeGreen.
Well, basically, JoeGreen is just it was a coffee table talk between me and my father-in-law. So I said I was telling him that I wanted to really just do this for the rest of my time on earth.
Right.
So we had to come up with a name, and it came up to this, since I'm Joseph, and he said, "You're green." So that's what had happened. But really, the entire thing is that I really want to give a deeper meaning to what JoeGreen is. I talk to kids a lot of schools, to tell them that basically, like a plastic bag, which is useless after, from the grocery, it's the first thing we throw away, or we line it on our garbage,
And then
so
we throw our garbage in it. Okay.
So it's useless, it's hopeless, insignificant. We don't see any value out of it. And many of our communities and a lot of Filipinos nowadays feel the same.
Right.
They feel hopeless. They feel, when I merge them together and teach these Filipino people, that from nothing you can turn out to something.
Yeah.
From no one you can be someone.
That's excellent. That's excellent right there. The bags themselves are not the end of the project. I mean, you're structured in such a way where, in my understanding, you can teach this technology, teach this the system that you've developed for people who want to use it to address any particular advocacy of theirs. Really. Tell us about how people, for example, I mean, obviously, it's very obvious that this champions the environment, this champions the alleviation of poverty, but the bags can be really, how would you say, generate income and interest towards any kind of advocacy.
Basically, the concept of what I want to happen here in Manila is to put up a store wherein there will be certain stories for a certain bag. For a certain advocacy, there will be one design specifically for that advocacy. For example, I'm working with the military right now in terms of crisis-prone area and peace and development in the rural areas. So if that's your cup of coffee, that's your advocacy, so you buy that kind of bag. Or if you want to help cancer patients, you buy this kind of bag. If you want to stop poverty, you buy this kind of bag. So,
cool. All right, now people are going to be lining up. They're going to be interested in this bag. Can people buy the bags? Can people order in bulk? Christmas is right around the corner. Companies are going to be wanting giveaways and that sort of thing. How are we going to get everybody, make everybody happy here? There's going to be people who want the bags. There are going to be communities who want to make the bags, and we got to sort of synergize and put them all together. How's this all going to work?
Right now, we're trying to do something to connect with the families that were been relocated in Calauan by ABS-CBN Foundation. As soon as we line up everything there, those families, to about 2,000 families, will be having jobs if we get more orders in terms of corporate giveaways. Christmas is coming for Christmas gifts.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. It's such a great product. Like I said, I mean, just even if you don't know kung saan nanggaling yung material nito, it's a really cool bag. It's really hip. It's a really cool thing to have. But for people who will have a background on where the material comes from, on who is making these bags, and what sort of effect buying the bags has on the environment and the poorer communities who put this all together, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a pretty large demand for the bags. For people who are interested to talk to you about sharing this technology with communities maybe in their area or such, where can they get in touch with you for more information?
Right now I have a Twitter and a Facebook account, and I have a phone. basically. So they can contact me through that.
We're flashing it on screen right there. JoeGreen Project. The details are on the screen. Email 0plasticphilippines@gmail.com and look for Joe here at JoeGreen Project on Twitter. Good stuff. This is such an excellent project. I salute your efforts.
Thank you.
Good stuff. What's next? Where else can we take this material? What are the future plans? How can we infect everybody with the need to help other people too?
Future plans is that, first of all, I really want to end up with a store here so we can share it to more people.
Yeah.
But I'm not limiting ourselves to bags. Soon enough, there will be shoes, jackets.
Really?
Yeah, and a wild idea, a payong, umbrella out of it. Maybe very soon, once things start going and we find more people that are skillful enough and that really needs help, so we can pass on the technology to them and start making shoes, jackets, and other things.
Cool. All right. Well, there are people who need help, and there are people, I'm sure, who are wanting to help, and let's put them all together because this is such a brilliant project. Check out JoeGreen's stuff. Look for him on Twitter or send him a message. Good stuff. I salute the efforts you've made. Galing ng project mo, sir.
Thank you very much.